Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing? Let me fix the chat. So perfect. Let me test the chat. Nice. Yeah, it's working. So say hello in the chat if you are watching. Let's wait for some time for everybody to join, and I will share in the Discord also that we are live. Okay, post it in the server also. Let's wait for some more time. Say hello if you're watching so I know who all are watching, and then we'll just get started. Last time it forcefully restarted the scene, so my unreal progress might be lost. And also, you remember last time it was not really fast. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just start try, redoing it a bit. So hello, yeah, awesome, awesome. We have 4 people here. Like, come, let's wait for a little bit more time. Then I'll start jump into the project, and you know the drill. Basically, I'm gonna work on the same project, and I did not make much progress, but that's what I want to make. That's why I kept a little bit longer, so I keep the time for the Q&A also. So if you have some queries or want to ask anything, so I am here for that as well. So let me load up the scene. So what I'm gonna do, as you know, the last time it was really heavy in there. So what I'm gonna save as a scene from the asset pack, then try editing there. So hopefully that might help us. I didn't make any thread for the thing, so just keep the chat in there, like because you will just go through the different submissions in our bootcamp. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Okay, as the drill. Let me see who all are here. Hello, girls. Hello, Rodrigo. Hello, Edward. Good to have you guys here. It's okay, Edward, if you don't have the big progress. Same here. So much happening. I don't have much progress, but I am also here to try out stuff. So let me share my screen. So we just start with our stuff. Okay, here as the drill. If someone new watching this, this is our academy page. You can go to the link I've shared in the chat. So basically, here's our Discord server. Here's the channel, and you can ask me anything through here, portfolio review or anything small, big, little, anything soft skill or technical skills, anything you can ask here as well. We have our bootcamp, which is you're watching right now, and then we have mentorship. If someone can afford it, they can want to support me. This is the best way possible. So this is the small drill, and this is the scene we have. So let me quickly try it out. So this one is a level basically we have. So and then this is the mesh they have made. So for the distant one, this will work. And what if I scale it up like that, right? So, so we can utilize these as distant mountains also. You see, so these are like much more organic for the distant mountains. And if I just check our scale, mm, church, so we had the whole thing. So bring it here. So this is so it's perfectly fit somehow, I believe. Yeah, the scale is fitting it, so won't be any trouble. So if I just sculpt this terrain, fit our terrain again, and then you know export it and bring it back, won't hurt anybody. But where is our? Oh, there is a church. Finally found it. Here it is. Okay, so there is no specific thing, but I want to try how it will work. So I can still do this thing with this. I can export this and do the erosion stuff and all like before. So let me quickly get to landscape, and if I sculpt this, so what I want to do, I will just bring the layer here. So this is 0. So and then I can flatten it based on that. So I just want a range that is touching the. See, there is a shader work is there. It's because there might be some technical issue when we import it on our terrain. So that I don't not sure about what is the exact issue was there. So we have flatten, and so see here, but if we can send it underneath it is much better. And then we simply bring everything below. I mainly need it here. The other side it can go wherever it want. But mainly this area, which is our main area, we need to make it flat for now. I'll make it flat, then I will raise it up. Good. Now let's Let me, where is our tool? I will smooth it out. And this. Okay, so this is basically it's going to this limit. So we might have some trouble. I think this is the same issue we had before, where it do not go beyond this thing. So that might we might have to move it up. But we have the other static meshes also, which we can utilize. So it's not an issue that much. We don't need to take it that high. Although I want to cover up most of my landscape simply. Nice. Good. I know we are redoing bunch of stuff, but this is the part of the process mainly. If you're not satisfied with something, then we can, surely change it. Yeah, so this is the reverse. So let it go, let it go. And as we created before, like we might have to create a spline again if we want to use those on our landscape, because those are not available here in this one. So we might have to create those, but we don't have to stress ourselves too much with too many things. Okay, and this is good. And just quickly bring in the church and the bridge, and then we will try painting it out. And I hope it works just fine and without any issue. Good. Let's add our other one. Okay. So this is our main thing, and we know how it goes. So we carefully placing around. I don't know, I want my camera to be here, but let's get back to the landscape and test the thing. Okay, so let's go to paint, and now this is not named, so it will be pain to know which layer is which. But if simply, if we can, I think we could check it in the shader. Here we have different setting, so there are different layers. I believe layer have these colors in here. So layer 1 don't have any textures in there. Layer 3 don't have. Layer 4 have. It's moss, dirt. 4, 6, 7, 8. Stone. This is stone. This is soil. So 6 we can paint. I'll move it here. So if I get back to landscape and paint and layer 6, let's try painting. See, it's much faster in here. In the other one, it might be, and we definitely don't need anything where the river is. We have that basically removed simply. See, it's like much faster in here now. And if you want the grass there, we can just simply paint that, right? And definitely we can and sculpt it more to blend it with the. Mhm. Flatten this area, church. Like if we want to keep it, we can keep it flatten, and then we can make path going from this direction to up there. Then it's following. And by the river basically. Okay, this is totally ours to play with. This is shallow. Let me get my paragraph. Let's see if we have 8 people here, and anyone have any question? Okay, we have Milan here. Hello, Milan. Welcome back. Okay, let me get my paragraph. Basically, going to the main concept. Okay, let me set up the camera again. We can copy paste also from the other level. I believe that will be fine. So if I That's why, because it was not optimized, maybe because it's still crying. Yeah, this level is really heavy for some reason. I don't know why. You have lesser stuff than that level, but it's still. I copy this and let's try pasting it. See, we got our camera, which is perfect. There's a wiggle also here. Okay, and so there is this water, which I still didn't watch how to make it in PCG, but I totally believe PCG is the best way to make that. Now let's try matching the thing. But this is so if I want to exactly lay there, it is like much closer to the bridge, right? And that makes the church a bit further from it and higher as well. There's a recently I found a nice add-on on the marketplace, which I will show you in a minute. And you can wait, pin it. Okay, I'm okay with lifting the terrain up more and moving it a bit back if we need to be. That's why it should feel like it's in the distance. Cool. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we can still play with, but I don't want to. More of it. The camera should be blue. No? Where is it? Yeah. It used to be blue. Why is it gray? I'll just turn it back. Yeah, we can just simply make this short like going back. It's good. Like that. It's good. Okay. Now the thing is the mountains. So like we cannot sculpt it too high, right? As there's a issue with the scale of it. I'll try bringing these pre-built meshes, and I'll try to use them as mountains in here. We have here also, which we can scale up. This one come here. Up. The resolution is not that good, so definitely background mountain as a background mountain is better to use. I'm just looking at the angle. We have a bunch of different meshes. If it's not the same single mesh, is it the same? Seems like But terrain is not sculpting after a certain height, which is a bummer. We wanted more detail. That's totally fine. And so this will blend in. This we can definitely sculpt more detail in here. And when we do the erosion pass, might add a bit more. It's not high resolution, so but I believe we can definitely make. Let me check how it is, like unique texture or tileable texture. If it have tileable texture, then we will just increase the tiling. Yeah, it is. So I believe there is normal map also, which is also working. So there are a bunch of stuff in there. So we can definitely take this geometry and restructure it also. So that will also work if you want to. I think it's really low poly, so we can export this geometry, make it more high poly, and maybe take it through world machine and do the erosion. Take the high poly mesh as a nanite in here, bring it in here, and that will work too as well. And where is the so delete all these? So we have only one. Add it to the lighting. Okay, so just need to fill the gap. Fill like this. Look at the same mesh basically, rotated around and placed. Okay, cool. Get more layers. If I can, I would love to get more layers out of it. Nice. And this is fine. This will work too. Let's keep that previous one if there is multiple layers. Cooch, cooch. Okay, let's not get carried away with this. It's so big. I should just bookmark basically now. Otherwise, I will camera is here, so I will press Control 1 to bookmark this, so I don't have to fly back and forth. I can press 1. I can come back here. Good. Okay. Can pin this one now. Now landscape is there. Now the missing part is the trees and everything which we skipped last time as well. So what I'm gonna do, I will create the trees and I will bring it in, and I will quickly check in the Blender add-on called sapling gen. So if that works for us, we will go crazy. Sapling gen is pre-built one. It is not installing. Okay, we'll wait. So here in Blender we have sapling tree gen, which is a free, and for some reason I'm not able to turn it on. I will wait for this one, otherwise we can simply create the meshes with the simple shapes. And now, as we spoke before, we can definitely add birch and the other trees. I forgot the name. Basically, the broadleaf. Basically, there are the second broadleaf tree we can add, and yeah, then we can distribute them around on all the places. For the bushes, there are some small bushes, so we'll just play with it and create this look like birch. So if I imagine I need birch, so how tall they should be compared to, because if this is next to the church, this is almost as high as the second roof, so we will just take that into account. While it's going there, I will make everything in this green and a path, simple path in there. This is automatically by the angle, so we can smooth it out, see how it looks. But what I wanted is to see this path, clear path visible, and that could lead to anywhere. We don't care where it goes, because I'm not trying to make a playable level. Again, that we're gonna get into another level of rabbit hole of making things. So I'm not making anything like a playable level. And then it goes ahead, and there is definitely there will be cliffs. What I was going to try is basically making a zigzag path, maybe, if that makes sense. Like basically here, and then you can here, and then go here. So it's bit more interesting. Let me just quickly lift it up. So it will be higher than this. Basically make a step like that, and then we can simply flatten in between to make this gradual path. So it's basically break the this steppy thing. So like if I do this flattening this area, so it just break that. No, maybe we don't need to, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. So this basically path comes here and go. It's not very prominent because we can make another texture path set and then we can assign it to make it more highlighted. Otherwise, we have color control in the shader as well. And there is another small thing we usually do to make the path more pop up is like basically you can make the surrounding higher. If I just show you the example here, make it smaller. Just 4 meters. So if I we just make it a little bit lower and then we make the surrounding bit higher. So like a dent basically in the path. So that also we usually do to make the path more work. But the rough work is fine for now. So this is like basically a chill stream. If anyone get bored and they want to ask anything, please. So keep saying something. So I don't know. So I know you guys are watching. If anyone new here, I know 8 people are watching. If you are new here, say hi. I would love to hear from you quickly. Yeah, just was making this basically smooth. Ooh, then this is the one. Okay. Cool. If it look too odd, then I will make it smooth, basically. Just maintain the cliff side on the back, like that. Okay, so we have gradual ground basically. Just showing the path here, simply. We'll do the precise thingy of the terrain and the painting and everything later on. For now, just making sure it's not floating, which is good for now. Save. We have light from this side, so damn, look at that. That would be crazy. Like if we make a light falling only on the church, like that. We can definitely cover this up because we have meshes. How much further before it on top of the maybe what? How come it is not still casting shadow on top of this? We have, I think we have the, I would raise up the scene here only. Skill. Here you go. It's already hitting the plateau, which is a bummer, and I don't want to do it again, but it is fine. She's good. And again, we will play with the this atmosphere again. We can do the day and night version, so we will not care too much. We have one here. Okay, let's get to our trees. Okay, let's see if someone have anything said in there. Milan said, I did model the block card in Blender, and when it came to place in the scene, I found it difficult due to the lag. So So what is the reset transform and import it into UE hit? Yeah, return key is to drop it to the ground. Return key, I think. What does return key do? Did it make it easier? So you can, if we think about the church, so where is the sapling? Should be here, no? Mm, what is it? In the curve. Okay. Here you can play with this. Basically. Um, scale. This is random seed. That's why it's just it can quickly give you the tree, and I believe you can have, you know, the shape of the thing where we have birch. Can you see a birch? White birch. See, so we got a good tree shape basically. It's like I also use the long backs. So yeah, so you can, do this and play with the scale and other things, and you get a variation basically. So overall scale, curve, supplementary, reset, mm, crazy, maple, aspen will also be, but this is not good looking aspen. Maple can work, shape is good basically. And so if we so we have to play with these settings to get the right. So simply in that, or if you don't want to, you can use PT on other things also, or plant factory, or if for the starter, if you want to make your life easy, just make spheres. We can go by simple, make simple ecosphere. Okay, and I will add a cylinder, or you can use this with this also. Let's try one thing. It's object convert to mesh. If I do remesh and blocks, yeah, it's doing this. But it's hoping like if we can get something more organic like covering this, but it's okay. Just trying stuff. We surely can get the thing, but we just need to, you just turn in the sort selection, or you can go to the sculpt mode, and there is the push like grab basically, so you can simply simply make a shape of the tree. Okay. Simple, you got it, and then you can shade smooth, and you got yourself a simple tree, and we can have a cylinder as a base. Yeah, so just some anything simple will work in the start, and in this, if you're editing, you can use proportional editing also, like that, to get a shape of the tree. Or to make it more easier, you can put a displacement in there, and that will also work without an issue. So if I select this and select this one, join, the pivot is there already, so this could become our tree in there. Milan is say like the key next to xyz location input. Word. Mm, is it like the you put all the pivots in the world center and then bring it? That would be weird, no? But I was not sharing. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, here we have the thing. Yeah, I do like if your scene have don't have the terrain, like the player need to be there, you can use mesh terrain also. Simply just create, bring the mesh, and use tileable texture on top, so that will be much better. So imagine like this is our tree. We can simply use one for now, but use it to fill in there. Okay, or if I want to create what I can do, let me go crazy. Okay. I'll add some rings in there. Okay, so we add displacement, decimate, displace. Okay. And then we add a new, and you might have seen me doing it multiple time already. So here we do is clouds, and clouds we change the scale, and here we'll just see how it does not work. Let's go with this for now. Okay, so what I'm doing is okay, so we got this. So what I can do, so imagine this is tree birch 1A. Okay, as you remember from last time, we are making the naming changes a little bit. So if I'll take shift D X, you see it wobble. So yeah, I can make it 0.8 for the variation, and I will do scale 0.8, maybe more smaller. Okay, so we got our collection. So I will just simply apply scale. So this will go crazy also. We will play with this value also. And we need to, okay. So basically we got some simple shapes to place in the scene, right? Nothing much. So if it's but 1A, 1B, 1C, and 1D. And let me create simple bush also. Let me take this one. We'll keep it here. Yeah. So this is bush wild 1A. I will scale 1B. Okay, so this is like the two bushes we have. So now we just simply export it and we'll just save it as in the same church, and we call it fonts, and we select all of them. Same thing. And oh, we have the rocks and everything, right? So say trees or plants, trees, birds. I'll just do it anyway. The same folder with all these other things. I'll make sure rotation is applied, scale is applied, and then we just simply export. Get back to Unreal. You know the drill. From here, I'll just get another content browser. Now we have a bunch of stuff already in there, and we need to basically get to the foliage thing there. The church, art, biome. There's rocks, and we make trees, and we say birch. We can definitely make another one when the times come. So this one I need to go for the placeholder. Then we will replace it. Maybe we can just keep 1 day and we will just make simply just plants 1 day. Again, I promised a lot of stuff in there, but we'll do it over. So, so we have our birch here, all the different ones, and in the biome we call bushes. Inside we make a folder. Keep it minimum as much as you can in the start, and then later on create variation. Now we don't have material for it, so master I will create a new material I call plant, and let's come 1A. And for now I will just make it simply give it a color. So we press 3 and click it, give you convert parameter. I will say color, and we give it a default color, greenish, and that's it. Okay, save it. So we'll instance it and apply it on our other things. So I'll create material instance. Usually we'll have two, right? So, so I'll call it mi tree birch 1a. Okay, sorry, 1a leaf, and I will move it to here. So once we have the texture and everything, we'll do it and duplicate it, and I will call it bark. And this one, we change the color to brownish. This one, okay, doesn't matter. And now the thing is, we did not create two materials for this. So let me quickly get back here. So these. Let me see if we can do it. Leave. We need to give color here. We need these to, we need to see which one is, we need to see also, right? So leaf is here. Okay. So now we select this and we say assign. So we got it. And this one select with link, copy materials, and then we simply select the trunk and we assign it. And so now we all are, these are exported, select all of them, re-imported. Right, so they have like two material slots, all of them. And when you see here, I think here you see they have leaf and bark. So basically assign that. Hmm. And as you know the drill, so we can do it through two ways. We can make procedural volumes, or we can make manually paint also. So what we need to do, we need to come to foliage, and right now we don't have any foliage here. So but we have all the trees. So first I will say save all, so we don't lose anything. And you select the birches and you drag and drop here. And here you can set the settings for everything, like how much scale. I will say 1.2.8 is the minimum. Hmm, why it is going, should be, oh, it's minimum 0.8. So z offset we don't need, align to normal, the only this one we need, and all the larger one we don't need to align to normals. Basically whenever the terrain have the angle, it's going to align to it. That's why the setting is good. We just need to set the density. So I can just simply try painting them up. Okay, so this is the area. I'll move this away. Okay, look at that amount of trees we got. I see I'm undoing it, it's not going that crazy as last time. It's good also. because we can control the density. This is good. On in the front of the church, I don't want to place because it will cover it up. Otherwise, I don't want to, and not even these ones. And here you have a bunch of things, like if you need it on other places, we can do that, and I can show you later on how you can do it. And the only thing is, we if you can do, you can save it, and you just say ft and remove all these. This one also save. I think I showed this before also. I can show you procedural volumes also if you need to, next time when we just talk about foliage. Remember to rename everything, otherwise we're gonna keep looking for things. Okay, let me get back. So we have some foliage. Whenever we can add the similar way, we can add foliage and other things, and the rocks and pebbles and all the stuff similarly. But yeah, I believe this is good overall in that. Yeah, is so this one, there is a, in the previous one, we have reed grass, which is the one I have. If I show you this one, which can help it to set up the foreground, but yeah, I was crazy that time. I put anything anywhere. But yeah, overall, happy with this thing. This thing we can slowly keep polishing while we are working on it. Okay, and let me make it smooth. Good. Pressing one. Bring it again to the camera angle. I will just try to match it. Okay, so this is the camera angle. So there will be water, and I think I can erode it more this way, and so we have more seeing in there. But if I look through this is like more zoomed in version we have made. So this is also good. Okay. And if we want to put populate things on top of that, we can definitely do it. So we don't need to stress too much about it. So I believe, yeah, it's coming along. I know it does not look like anything, but once we start polishing things, everything will start coming to the place, and we're gonna add details and small things that right now there are like larger things only. Yeah, and everything like this bridge also. This dam, look at that. We have made a dam over there. Done. And yeah, believe it's good. Rocks and everything will do their part as well. And now when we will replace these trees with the proper trees, they're gonna shine as well. Good stuff. And this distance is there for the grass, that also we can update. Like if we want grass for the longer distance, that also we can change in there. Let's see if someone have any question. Mhm. Yeah, Edward asked about the terrain last. Yeah, so you don't need to, like, we had mesh in our scene for the terrain. You can use that also. It's totally fine. Okay, so let me save everything up in my scene. Now we'll just. I'm still tired. I want to take rest. That's why I started early also. So let's just quickly go through the channel and we see what all the awesome stuff people have added. Okay. Mm. Here we have our bootcampers and like the grade mode. Right. And Christian asked me today to share his work in progress on LinkedIn. He was kind enough to tag me also. So if you guys also posting, tag me on LinkedIn or whichever social media you're having and add the top mid link if you possible. Just say like join the bootcamp topmid.io/FPA. The link is in the comments. Will be awesome. So Edward, let's look at yours. Oh, nice. You add in details. Nice, nice, nice. So whenever you have this thing, like you can add bevel and displacement if you're using Blender. So you can add bevels and then again this displacement modifier. It really shines in there. Yeah, I love like you are bringing the color into the scene. Add all of that and we'll look closely if you need to. Um, okay, that's good. I'm also thinking like if the people who gonna join, I'm gonna just give them live feedback to them only rather than giving to everyone. So just a little bit reward to all the people who comments in the chat and reach out. Okay, so Edward, just go ahead and yeah, make sure to update your. Why I'm not able to see Milan? Should be should see Milan. Milan have detective maybe. What? That's weird because I remember Windows hides was nice. But I'm loving it. Like you are adding more and more details. It's awesome. This introduce start bringing the colors to it. Like add material, tileable textures, something. Just bring in there. Oh, this one with the color is there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, as I said, like whoever join and say hello in the chat and ask for it, we're gonna review their thing and we'll do it live. And other people will do it offline on the back. So little bit. Chaos also had like keep forgetting your name. You added it in the there was last update, no? Recently active, not posted date. Let's see if we have something. This is okay. This is by the post date. This is what I commented on, so that's why it came out. Okay. So maybe poke. Okay, this is oh damn. Look good, look good. Chaos, chaos, chaos. You had that thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, so you already informed that you are a bit on there. Yeah, I know. I remember. Just quickly remember that you had this swap. It will take time for me to remember. Edward, we already gave. Milan, we gave. Rodrigo, yeah, where is your beautiful, beautiful building? Wait, wait. Mm, 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 mm. What? Where is Rodrigo? Wait. And can I do Control F? Yeah. Oh, this will be easy. Can I make it bigger? Where is the bar to make it big? Okay, wait, wait. It's like that. Yeah, that's much better. Ooh, finally, Rodrigo, awesome stuff. Shouldn't we like make this one bigger so it don't look smaller compared to other one? I believe like you should keep this one larger than others because this this you had a reference also attached. Wait, I'll go up here. This is the one. So yeah, see, this one is not taller than this, and this one also seems smaller than that. So just keep it because our building is main building, so we want to keep it higher, taller, and more prominent. So more detail. This one is simple, more simple. We can utilize the similar detail, like you can make these what we call it, the woodwork basically, timber wood basically in between the walls, and you can still do that, but keep it simple and keep the details in here, and we can make those simpler version of that medieval and keep them smaller. And if you're using the similar like the brick and the timber on the top, and then to but here in this screenshots I'm feeling is big. That is the one I'm having this feeling. Overall, like I love the details. Okay. Okay, now this one is smaller. That's good. And there was on the you can add the gap also. It is the both side you can add a street or maybe a small gap. That is totally fine if you want to keep it. But I believe this one we can make it smaller also. You want to try adding this one to this side also? Love to see. You keep the same building and but just change the material and textures and to have a different look and feel. But our main focus is this one. So maybe we'll keep the camera focused like more close up to this one, like in the references. Yeah, something like that. Like top to bottom, simply focus in here and front and left, which is good. Love the detail in this building we're coming. We just we will just make this one smaller. If you want to make another one similar to that from the same area, but I would say it's fine. You can use the same building on the both side, and it will be totally fine. Just change the color and maybe window type if you want to. Keep this round windows here, and that will be fine. No need to do more stuff because this is our main thing. We focus on that, and that is just a filler thing. Okay, and yeah, so that's four of the awesome people who shared. You guys are awesome. You encourage me, and I'm actually really tired. I wanted to do a longer one till 9 p.m. But I'm feeling really tired, and yeah, I want to take a rest sometime. And I'm really enjoying my scene also. Maybe I will do on Wednesday. We'll have again a longer one. So keep posting your work in there. We'll check it out, and I will on the behind the scene. I will go through the feedback for sure this time. And yeah, if you have any question, ask me, and my scene will go like slowly like that only. So it start to feel in the start. It will feel like okay, it's not going anywhere, but once you bring everything in one place and then you start adding detail one by one, everything will start placing into in the scene, and everything will start making sense. Basically, that's what I want to say. Sorry. So if I want to, if I show you I've shown this before also. Just give me a second. I'll just show you, just to motivate you. In there everywhere, this is like that. So for the half of the thing, this will not. So here we have, I think WIP GIF I have here, the progress. So if I just let it run, so this is a block out with simple texture. I will keep making changes, keep adding little bit detail everywhere. Simple tileable mesh, right? You see, so everything will start slowly start, and then added particles and then improve them, and added this when this added right after, till this time it is still there. So this is the like second last feedback, and then last feedback was rock, and then it was almost done. So like till 95% of the time it was still not figured out, like what should I do. So then feedback I got, it was done. And even here you will find a gif is here yeah, here you see. Let's keep going on. See, this is the second last update. When the board comes in, then it, uh, it shines here. Right? The in the night one also there is board, but see, until the last time, it was basically, feel like where it's going. But we surely make it work. Um, yeah. So the trim sheet, like you for your trim sheets, if I could help you with the, did you check the sunset overdrive? I will just show you. Wait. Maybe that will help you a lot. Wait. Sunset overdrive. And guys, like if you, while you're watching, like if you guys can make timestamps from the live stream, I would really appreciate it. Just make the timestamps and put it in the comment. Basically discussing this, sculpting the terrain, or modeling something, stuff like that. I will really appreciate it. That will really help me building my document, which is overdue. So if you can do it for all, if someone can do it for all of my live streams, if you can make the timestamps, will really appreciate it. It'll save some time. So I will add those in the description also, or maybe pin the comment, and I will put that into the Notion page as well. So this is the ultimate trim sheet by these guys. So this have everything. Okay, so you need, so it's like simple mesh with something. Okay, so they have predefined trims for the uh, um, mm, each size, but what we can do, we can go by our own size also. Like if I can show you in my scene, this one. Yeah, so once the stream is over, right, so you can go to the live section in the YouTube. If I just give me a second, just show you. Simply, if we go to live section, these are the previous ones, right? So so you can simply go and simply go to the point. Like imagine, like this is like I'm just replying to the comment, and here we are starting, okay, at 7:38. So you just write in there 7:38, and you say like, okay, starting up, blocking out the level, stuff like that, right? And then we here, you when we start sculpting or bring import the main model, you just write in that. Okay. So whatever we are doing here, we are just trying to bake the height map. So you say baking height map, put that timestamp like 25, this thing, and then write whatever. So that's simply timestamp in there. Yeah, I was going to show you out of order. So what I did in these thing, so I figured out the strips. Basically, there are like a bunch of strips are here. There is this at the bottom. There is around the door. There is around these frames, and there is one here. So what I did, I made them one by. I don't know if I have posted. I did not post. So let me quickly check in my drive if I have it. If you give me a second, things I will be able to find. but just I'll try it still. Um, out of order is not here. Mm. I'm not able to quickly find it. Let me see. Let's see if it finds it. But yeah, so what I did, I modeled those trims specifically, these ones, right? These four types of, and then I made the high poly, sculpted it, made the low poly, proper low poly, then unwrapped it, placed it in the rows, and yeah, it was like basically horizontally done. It's not the proper trim workflow, but it's like a mesh trim workflow, basically, you can say. And then I, when I made these, I, mapped that mesh on the same UV. So when you keep your UVs, and then you move it, it just stretch your UVs on that direction. So it really works. And there is what you can do. You can put it on the curve also, basically. So yeah, so it's basically that's what I did on most of the things. So all the trims and everything made by those things. Even this around the frame is made by the same 3 4 trims. So next session I will show you. Okay. uh yeah, so that's basically it. Like, you can make unique trims basically, rather than making trims and then mapping your mesh to it. What you can do, you can take the meshes from your references. Where is your beautiful mesh? So you can define here, like, okay, so there is a window. So window have these frames in here, so that you can define, okay, this is one trim you need, one trim you need here, and one trim you need at the here, or all the different basically trims. You define them, you unwrap them. Basically, you can make them 2 meter or 1 meter wide, and then you can keep them stacked on top of each other in the UVs, and then you simply sculpt it, bake it, and then when you make the low poly, you just flatten that and just keep the UVs there. Or you can take the uh, mesh from there and convert the trim you have right now into spline, and you can deform the trim into using the splines also. Wish I knew how to do with geometry node. You just take it, take the trim, put it on the curve, and just simply it do your job of placing it on there. Wish I knew, but that is also like you might have to redo it, or maybe you can just unwrap it and place it on top of the trim texture. So yeah, so the both ways you can go depending on how much you want to do it. Okay, I hope it makes sense. If it's not still not clear, we can look into it. Okay, next time you just share the file, you try it out. If it's still you're stuck, we'll look into it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, guys, like, do help me with the timestamps if you have, and keep posting the work. And as always, I'm always here to help and support. And yeah, thank you very much for being here. And I really like the terrain work, so it's not slowing us down. The last one was messy; it slowed us down a lot. So maybe next time we'll add a bunch of trees. So you can go to Discord, and you can in the suggestion channel you can suggest what you want to. You can look at trims. We can just look at foliage. We can just make trees and all the plants. And the second time we can just look at making one thing at a time, maybe. Okay, so to keep things slow and pace and with the good progress, so maybe next one we just make the plants. Okay, so all the properly, rather than not just block out, proper meshes and everything for all the things, and we import them and set it up for placement. Or maybe we can just take the landscape, and we take the landscape mesh we have, we subdivide it, take it to world machine, and bake it again. So that also we can do. So again, yeah, so if you have some anything specific, suggest it in the chat, and we surely do it. And next time I will make a thread for the feedback request, and we'll go back. And anyway, if you guys show up in the session, I will look at it anyway. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for showing up, and I will see you on Wednesday. All right. Bye.